And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're doing something different. We're taking a look at a book. Get rid of the slipcover. I don't like slipcovers. But I'm a biased reviewer in this case. You got to realize that this book is Game Tek from Geoff Engelstein. And I'm biased because if you look in here and we get to the foreword, you'll see that it was written by me. Geoff is one of the first contributors to the Dice Tower podcast, which if you never listened to, you should. It's an audio show that we put out every week. Great show, I think. I'm biased. But Geoff emailed me and said he had some ideas about science mixing with this. And I had already known Geoff. He had traveled the world. At the time I was living in Korea. He came by and we played games, really fun opponent, really smart guy. And he sent me this segment, which was just incredibly smart. He talked about all different things in board gaming, but used math and science and some psychology and things, and it was amazing. And he has done this segment for us for hundreds of episodes. So he put together the best of them in this book here, Game Tek, the Math and Science of Games. Well, I guess again I would do psychology. So what he did here is he edited a little bit, not much. It's pretty much the same as he did when he posted it. And in here are his favorite segments, but instead of them being in chronological order, they are in groups. So we have game theory, math, psychology, science, game mechanics, and psychology games, and history, and then an epilogue and things like that. An episode guide where you can go listen to some of these if you want. Now, they're written and they're very short. And what's really great about this is you can pick this book up and just flip through it and be like, what's sunk costs? And let me tell you, a lot of this stuff you're like, sounds boring. But he takes it and he uses actual things that are interesting. He'll talk about how does this work with games. And sometimes this was not possible on the audio thing. There are pictures and diagrams, showing white noise and brown noise. That's in one, and pink noise. And that's where he's talking about noise with dice and how games have different types of noises with them. Platonic solids, entanglement, quantum tic-tac-toe, which, by the way, is my favorite way to play tic-tac-toe, and I just taught it to my daughter. Although I learned it before Geoff told me about it, but still, the interesting idea here is fascinating. And I like this book a lot. I'm keeping it, not just because he gave it to me, it was nice of him to do so, but because I think gaming is all about fun. Gaming is just fun to play, fun to do. But Geoff takes gaming and shows that there's also really good science, math, psychology behind why we design games, why we play games. You can become a better gamer by reading this book. You definitely can become a better designer by reading this book. And he also has in the back here more recommended readings. And I thought for a moment that I would read you one of these segments here, but then I thought, you know what, you can just go listen to our show and hear Geoff do it himself, so that's better. But this book here, again, it's called Game Tek, the Math and Science of Gaming. I highly recommend it. Again, realize I'm biased, but I wouldn't have Geoff on my show if I didn't think he was a great person talking about games. So check out this book if you get a chance. Anyway, until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.